Dear Diary, I woke up this evening screaming. I had a nightmare about the ski instructor basement creature gnawing an eggplant to death. Dreams aren't supposed to make sense, I know, which is why the clarity of this one was so disturbing. I decided to call up my eggplant to make sure he was okay.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon.
Afterward, I decided to head downstairs and talk to the mannequin, but she had made her body into a fine vapor, so I couldn't communicate with her without breaking out my doer first. I went to see the snow beast instead, but during the 10-foot walk between the elevator and his desk, I got cold feet and backed away before they became frostbitten. He must have set up a trap rune on the floor to keep intruders out of the basement. I went up to get my consecration kit. It seemed that the snow nomad was one step ahead of me, though. During my elevator trip, the elevator hit one of his icy cantrips and became frozen in place. This guy needs to go to trust camp and get re-educated. I climbed through the ceiling door at the top of the elevator and spied a milk crate and a ladder. I decided I would leap majestically toward the hand sticks to demonstrate my burly manpower to myself. My mind had temporarily slipped on the fact that I was currently a teenage girl. Thankfully, I survived, suffering only a few cuts and bruises and compound fractures and a minor brain hemorrhage. I climbed back up to the elevator to contemplate how I would reach the ladder. I attempted a couple solutions to the ladder dilemma: a makeshift bridge out of the milk crate, a rope made out of my pants. Focusing my chi and trying to fly, nothing worked. After a while, I realized I could probably just jump the gap. The blood loss was getting to me, so I gathered up as much as I could in my hands and left through the door. I will solve this puzzle later. I grabbed my kit and went to tell the resident Voldemort that the elevator was sabotaged by the Iceman. He told me there was nothing to worry about as long as I never rode an elevator again as long as I lived. We stared at each other for a few minutes before I grew tired of his lifeless eyes and left to loot the catacombs. The chests were locked with a 3-digit combination, so I picked a locker at random and tried every consecutive integer number until it opened for me. Inside there was a camera bag, plastic boots, and some highly illegal contraband in the form of a beanie hat. I was tempted to confiscate it in the name of detectivism, but I was afraid of the extinction-level event that would occur if I didn't hold it correctly. I checked the camera box for gold and jewels, but only found pictures of the plastic lady wearing different wigs and names and addresses. I decided to bring it up to her next time I saw her so that we could all have a laugh about our multiple identities and discuss what got us banned from where. I was walking through the lobby on my way to meet her, and I noticed the janitor had left his desk unattended. Since he was clearly inviting me to steal anything he had left behind, I hurriedly did so with gusto. I found a key which I could only assume led to the Forbidden Library. I took it and kept rummaging. I read his to-do list, which he must have known I was going to read because he clearly left a note for me to keep searching for valuables. Alas, he had hidden his gems too well, and I couldn't find them. I suppose it doesn't matter, though. Goblin treasure troves tend to be filled with dead animals and plasticky trinkets. However, I might as well lay the great mystery to rest and see what existential horrors await me in the library. As soon as I opened the door, I heard an alarm screeching. I panicked and flew into a frenzy. I found the keypad and mashed random numbers in the vain hope that I might fall upon the correct combination. The alarm shifted. The police were on their way. I clutched at the gun in my waistband. I wasn't going to jail again. I'm not entirely certain what happened after that, but my orange jumpsuit isn't currently on my body, so I assume it worked out fine. Whatever the case, I must rest now, for the day is behind me and I have to try and wash off the blood.